Hey everybody, welcome to the PowerCast, live every week with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It is the PowerCast. Eric on your far right, Dave over here, and as a very special guest, Dave from Cardinal Financial. Thank you so much, Dave Garofalo.
The head honcho.
The head honcho from Cardinal Financial. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Let's talk about you a little more. Where'd you grow up?
New York, New Paltz, New York.
No kidding, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
But when he asked me what school I went to,
Yes.
and I gave him the name of the school, he goes, "Oh, Queens." I'm like, "Okay,
I
this
mean-
guy knows New York."
It's Flushing. Everybody knows Flushing's in Queens.
No, not everybody.
No?
No.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So are you a Yankee fan or a Met fan?
Yankee fan.
Oh.
Yeah. And New York Jets. And a New York Jet fan.
Jet fan and Yankee fan. It's funny, either a Met or a Yankee fan.
Usually it's Met, Jets, but yeah, we have one winning team, one losing team.
That's funny. All right, so, and what about college? You went to college?
With Sacred Heart.
Really? No kidding. Very cool. And what'd you major in?
Finance.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, did you know you're going to go in, not matter of fact, but did you know you're going to go into the mortgage industry? Is that
Nobody
something you
goes to college thinking they're going to get into real estate or
That's
mortgages,
facts.
right? Yeah, nobody, but you kind of find your way into it.
thought? That is so
And-
true.
And I found my way into the mortgage industry. The only job I've ever done out of college is mortgages. Only thing I've ever done.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
You know, it's funny you say that because you go as a business major, you go as a finance major, but you don't know what you're going to need as far as
Right.
business or finance goes.
Right.
Although a finance major really should look at mortgage industry as a priority number one because
yeah.
it's a great business to be in.
Mhm.
You got to be good at numbers, and you have to kind of see many different levels of what's going on in the
Right.
industry.
Right,
You know,
right.
as far as
You
I'm
do.
concerned.
And you have to learn about economics. You have to
Right.
know what's going on, where the rates are heading, and that sort of thing. So it is in the financial industry, right? And you have to be just as skilled to do this as you need to be a financial advisor.
If you can afford a house now, that is the most important thing. And being able to get qualified, get a house under your belt, not paying rent. If you're paying rent today, the rental interest rate, the rents have gone up, it's skyrocketed.
You can't. It's almost impossible to find rent. I have friends of mine. I have clients that have kids that are looking to rent houses, and you could spend $3,500 a month on a 2-bedroom, 1,100 square foot townhouse.
Easily, easy without question.
It's insanity. And I mean, I just put it into perspective. You could also buy an $800,000 house and spend $5,000.
Yes.
Right. So you're spending similar amounts of money on something that's nowhere near what you get.
You know, I tell people all the time, we're not supposed to say certain things because it's not like okay for us to say
Right.
who a buyer should use for a mortgage.
Right.
But in the reality is, it's our job to really protect you as buyers and make sure you're using the right people. You know, we tell people all the time, don't go to certain brick and mortar type places. Why? Because number one, communication. Number two, what they have to offer you. And number three, communication. And number four, what they have to offer you. And these are real, actual facts.
Yeah.
And not to mention, everything is in your own house.
Right.
All the people are right there. So when you need something done, it's right there. You're not calling a 1-800 number to get things done.
No, we just had a scenario out there where you had to get a revised pre-approval out for one of your clients,
That's right.
and Nick had left for the office, and we called Rachel, right?
Yep.
And Rachel could take care of it, right? I can take care of it. We have a team of 15 people that can take care of, stuff that we need.
It's
The
a legit
processors-
team
Yes.
who works together
Right.
and stronger together.
And we do a lot of buying.
Like Team Powerhouse.
Like Team Powerhouse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you
Stronger
know,
together.
Yes, and the processors are on my payroll, right? So we're not worried about if you work with some of these larger banks or some of these other companies, and you need something done right away.
Forget it.
You forget it because
Not gonna happen.
this processor might be working with 30 different loan officers that are
Yes.
spread throughout the country, and
Right.
this processor might be in Indiana, right?
Right.
So with our team, we're local. We work together. We have my loan officers work with their assigned processor, and if there's something that needs to be rushed, I just make a phone call and say, please just put this ahead, right?
I know that if I need something, Dave, what do you need? Boom, it's going to be done.
Right.
And especially when you're in those situations where in this market, you have more than ever the need for reactions right away with information.
Right.
You need rates, you need numbers, you need payments, you need closing costs. You need to know what my options are based on putting this much down versus this much down. What other options do I have in the kind of loan I can choose from?
Yeah.
Those
Right.
are important pieces of the
And they
puzzle.
can turn on a dime because I had sent Nick someone about 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Only met them once, referred them to Nick. They actually ended up They didn't tell me at the time because they were also shopping in Massachusetts. But they found a house in Massachusetts with a completely different agent. I didn't know, but they stayed
Wow.
with Nick.
Yeah,
They
did.
stayed with Nick. So, and they were like, oh, he's great, whatever. So I was
Right.
like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so, but they were able to pivot because Nick was
Right.
like, well, I can't do Mass, but we can.
How can we contact you? What ways can we do it?
Can you put my phone number? Do me a favor, put,
I got it. I have it written down.
yeah,
Because you have a credit repair section.
we do, we have a
Yeah.
team that'll help
Can you
us.
say it out loud though?
Your phone number.
203-910-1845.
That's David Garofalo from Cardinal Financial.
Yeah.
And what's your email?
But do me a favor, put Nick's info up there as well.
Yeah, definitely get Nick's contact information because Nick's going to be the guy. I mean, obviously, Dave, you can answer all the questions for him,
Right.
but Nick is the, I'll call it your right hand man. Is that fair to say?
Well,
Nick, right now?
he's one of the loan officers on the team. He's been there with us for 10 years. You know, he's been with my team.
Very, very smart. And you guys work in New York.
Is this?
We do New York as well.
Got
Nick Kaz. which-
203-443-8025.
it. Got it.
Yeah.
So Nick
Funny you spell his
Kaz.
name there.
I say Kaz, Kazai,
Yeah,
I
Kaze.
put that on there
That's
so I know how to
hilarious.
pronounce it.
that's funny.
Kaz-I.